Let's go.
All right, well, welcome everyone. It is my joy to welcome you to the 2025 Techstars and Cardano Founder Catalyst End of Program Showcase. And our hope is that by the end of today's program, we're going to give you a lot of reasons to remember the names of the founders that you're going to hear from today. So welcome again to all of our esteemed guests, founders, the Project Catalyst team, mentors, speakers, and all of our friends in the Techstars network. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Audra Gibson. I have the privilege of being the program lead for this Founder Catalyst program. And it's been a joy for the past 10 weeks to spend time with these founders. And I'm so excited to get to share their journey with you today. And to start things off, I'd like to share with you a little bit about Techstars itself. So Techstars was founded in 2006. We began with three simple ideas: that entrepreneurs create a better future for the world, that collaboration drives innovation, and that great ideas can come from anywhere. Now, even though we know great ideas can come from anywhere, we also know that opportunity is not equal everywhere in the world. And so one of Techstars' goals has been to be a global program providing resources across various countries and regions for the last 19 years or so. And I'm very excited to report that for this particular cohort today, you're going to hear from founders across 15 different countries. Now, this experiment at Techstars is going pretty well. Here's some stats for you. We run 25 accelerator programs globally. We've currently run over 33 Founder Catalyst programs, the program that we're in right now, all time. These are powered by 3,600 incredible mentors across the Techstars network. You'll hear a little bit more about mentors along the way. Could not do it without them. And the results of this have been great so far. We've seen $127.7 billion cumulative market cap across all of our accelerator companies, and we are proud to have 22 unicorns in the Techstars stable. What is Founder Catalyst? Founder Catalyst is our pre-accelerator program. It is a 10-week journey. These founders that are participating can participate part-time. It is also virtual. So if you're still in university, if you've got a job that you're still working and have just started something on the side, you can still participate. It's going to provide training, tools, and mentorship for everybody. And this is for early stage founders. So founders that are at the beginning of their journey, founders that we see promise in, as Techstars, but maybe a little bit too early for our accelerator programs. And so these programs are a way to come alongside these early stage founders, support them with resources and programming and education, and eventually get them leveled up. For this particular program, we've partnered with the Project Catalyst team. And so that means that this program we've focused on blockchain and Web3 founders. And so we're so excited to be able to share their journey with you today. Now, these programs have 4 different core elements. The first is masterclasses, which we'll share a little bit more with you down the road. Founders had masterclasses twice a week alongside workshops and different pitch practices. Secondly, we had an amazing crew of mentors that came alongside these founders, 49 to be exact, 53 if you count the Techstars team. And the mentors have come along, given of their time, their insight, their energy, their experience. Thirdly, cohort building. One of the things that we hear from founders over and over again is that the startup journey can be isolating, that it can feel lonely to be a founder. And so one of the things that's really important to us is to not have founders feel quite as isolated. And so our founders in this program are in different peer groups, and we've heard that they just get a lot of energy and support from being able to work side by side with other co-founders that are striving for similar things, dealing with similar challenges, being able to celebrate wins, and just having other folks that understand that startup journey. And then finally, we have our end of program showcase, which is where we have arrived today. It's great to see you all here today, and shortly we're going to hear from the founders about their companies, and you're going to be able to hear all of their pitches. All right. So now for this particular Founder Catalyst, we've had 5 official pitch practice sessions, but dozens and dozens more when you add in the pitch practices that founders have had with mentors, with Techstars staff members. As I mentioned, we've had awesome master classes along the way, 15 different sessions when you include the master classes and the workshops. And the founders have scheduled over 429 mentor meetings along this 10-week journey. Now, it takes a village to make this happen, and we've needed one along the way. And so we've had support from 8 Techstars team members, 13 amazing speakers, 49 mentors, as I mentioned earlier, 1 fantastic partner in Project Catalyst. And I'm going to get to tell you a little bit more about those speakers and those mentors and our awesome partner in just a bit. But for right now, I'd love to acknowledge our awesome team. And so this is our support team that's been working in the background. Katie Smith is our wonderful startup community head of department, and has also acted as a mentor for this particular cohort. And so we're so thankful for her support. Abhishek helped us with sourcing. And so for a number of the founders, Abhishek was the first contact that they had with Techstars as he reached out and said, hey, I think you'd be a great fit for this program. Sarah Lilla has been supporting us in the background with a whole bevy of things, operations, mentor recruitment, keeping our data straight, things like that. And for Piotr, he is our director of partnerships for the EMEA region. And this program was really Piotr's brainchild. He was the first person to see the vision of the potential of Techstars joining with Project Catalyst and the Cardano community, and has gotten to know them and really come to appreciate them over the last couple of years. And so we really appreciate all of these folks here for backing us up and supporting us along the way. And then the team that actually brought this program to life are the folks that you see here. Again, my name is Audra Gibson. I have the privilege of being the program lead for this program, and so it's my job to help plan the program and execute it and hopefully make it a wonderful experience for the founders and for our partner. Prince Conley has been our operations associate. He keeps the train on the tracks in terms of operations and logistics, and make sure that across the program the founders have everything they need in terms of event invites and resource links and masterclass resources. And so Prince has been great in supporting the founders. Alex Cottingham, this is the 5th cohort that she has contributed, and she is our design and communications associate. She makes sure that she is meeting with these founders on a regular basis. She helps them with their storytelling, their narrative, the pitch. So some of the narratives that you're going to hear today are due to Alex's tutelage and her support of these founders. And finally, we've got Mike Soutrakis. Mike has been our awesome entrepreneur in residence this cohort. The founders were charged to meet with Mike every other week, and A lot of founders came to me and said, well, that's just not enough. We need more time with Mike. We need more Mike time. He's awesome, and we learn stuff from him all the time, and he gives us great challenges and great next steps. And I just want to say thank you to this amazing team. I would imagine that you might see some emojis from the founders popping up on the Zoom as well. Thank you, Prince, Alex, and Mike for helping this program come to life. Couldn't have done it without you. All right, so now the thing that we really came here for. It's time to pitch. Start hearing from these founders. We've separated these founders into 3 different groups of pitches, and so we'll start with one of the groups and then take a little break in between. This is going to be our pitch order for today. So if you want to take note of that, if you've got any folks that you're looking out for on the screen or favorites that you want to take note of, I'll let you absorb this real quick. So this will be our pitch order. And I'd love for you to be able to connect with these founders. So after each of these pitches, you're going to see a contact card that's going to pop up for each of these founders. It's going to have their website. It's going to have a QR code for their LinkedIn. And so feel free to be able to scan those. If for some reason you're not quite quick enough on the draw, then Prince is going to drop in the chat the contact information for these founders as well. So we'd love for you to be able to reach out to them. If you really connect with the things that they're building, if you resonate with the problems that they're trying to solve, would love to get you connected with these guys. And then finally, cheer them on. We are a fan of being active in the chat session. And so if you've got some words of encouragement for these founders, if you've got questions for them, if you've got attaboys for them, please feel free to go ahead and throw that in the chat. They'd love to see it. All right, without any further ado, let's get to the pitches.
Hi, I am Ajoke, co-founder and CEO at BlockPay. For millions of remote workers in emerging markets, getting paid is still a nightmare. And that's why we are building BlockPay, the borderless payroll powering borderless work. Meet Jennifer, a freelance software developer based in Lagos, Nigeria. She has done an incredible job for the remote team she works for. However, getting her income is a Herculean task. It's either delayed, eaten into by FX and conversion fees, and when it comes to things like proving her income for visa applications, taxes, etc., she has no documentation. And this is not just a Jennifer's problem or the millions of freelancers like her in emerging markets. It is a problem of the tools that the remote teams use that makes paying freelancers like Jennifer a broken process today. Existing solutions are slow, expensive, and manual, requiring HR managers to spend 5+ hours every payroll cycle. It's chaotic, but BlockPay fixes that. With our instant and automated payroll solution powered by stablecoins, and all-in-one platform that allows you manage payroll, invoicing, pay slips, and tax-ready reporting, all at a cost that is 10 times cheaper than existing solutions today. In 4 simple steps, an HR manager can automate their payroll with BlockPay. All you need to do is create an account, upload a CSV file of your team's information, set your payroll date, and hit run. BlockPay handles the rest. The timing could not be better. Global payroll is growing at a 6% CAGR to hit $133 billion by 2028. And crypto payroll is growing 4 times faster to hit $10 billion by 2033. We are going after a $1 billion market share by 2029. Our business model is simple: tiered subscription plus a 1% transaction fee. And we are proving traction. Having piloted with 250 plus users, processed $130,000 in transaction volume, and integrated on 8 blockchain networks today. The year is 2030. Stablecoins are powering global payroll, and BlockPay is right at the center of that because we saw an opportunity early and we built for it. We win because we are instant, multi-chain, built for how remote SMEs actually work. To bring this vision to life, we are combining 15 plus years experience across fintech, blockchain, and marketing. And Jennifer, the freelance software developer you met earlier, is not just a user story. She is my co-founder, coming with first-hand experience of the problem we are solving for and a passion to fix it. Join us to build the future of borderless payroll. Thank you.
I'm Federico. This is a photo with my daughter from 2018. That year, my family faced a crisis. One of my companies lost a lot of money because of fraud. A DocuSign contract, counterfeited by a client. I bill Notarify so this never happens again. And that is why it matters now more than ever. What happened to me is happening everywhere, and AI is making it exponentially worse. $8 trillion in annual global damage. Traditional systems are obsolete. Our solution? Mathematical certainty. And this isn't just vision, it's already working. We have processed 10 million authorizations for 100 plus corporate clients, including 15 tier 1 enterprises. Recognized by CNBC as top 200 global fintech 2 years in a row. Real customers, real impact. Partners include Capgemini, Forbes, Esprinet, plus banks, universities, hospitals, and many other clients. Now, the opportunity. The visible market, $900 billion. But beneath the surface, $2.1 trillion in files that can be certified because traditional systems are too expensive and too slow. Here is how we unlock it. We create the very first true digital originals in history. Traceable, unique, easy to verify. With Notary Chain, we are 99 cheaper and work real time. For a few dollars a day, any company can notarize everything. That's how we unlock the $2.1 trillion market. We are building the Notarify layer, a new global infrastructure for digital certainty, from contracts and diplomas to supply chain data, digital product passport, and identity verification. Between the fragile internet and the world of certainty. What makes us different? We are not competing, we are completing. We combine digital trust services like DocuSign, infrastructure like Oracle, and mathematical certainty through blockchain. At the center, Notarify, your digital certainty. Following Oracle's playbook, software leadership to infrastructure dominance, phase 1, SaaS foundation, 2, platform integration, 3, global standard. Behind this vision is a world-class team. Robert, Sales Director, Oracle Europe. Vincenzo, CEO of Banks. Victoria, Communication Manager for the United Nations. In 2018, I was the victim. Today, we have protected 10 million documents. Tomorrow, we will protect billions. Trust is not enough. Join us in building the infrastructure for digital certainty.
Hi everyone, I am Prudence Sibila, the CEO and the co-founder of Uzima Nexus, connecting African clinics, patients, and their health data. It was 2013. My aunt's illness moved us from hospital to hospital with no diagnosis. By the time she was diagnosed with cancer, it was too late. We lost her. A decade later, my sister faced the same delays at a top referral facility. 2 lives, more than 10 years apart, were lost to a broken healthcare system. Sadly, it's not just my story, it's the reality for non-communicable diseased patients. Across Kenya, we register 47,000 new cancer cases, more than 33,000 deaths annually, with 70% of these patients facing late diagnosis because healthcare data is fragmented Experts are inaccessible in remote regions, records are not easily shared across facilities, and existing systems, they are not transparent for the new provider and the patient, resulting to fatal outcomes. At Uzima Nexus, we are providing a health information platform connecting the clinics. It is powered by AI, blockchain, and has ICD-11 integrated, giving faster workflows, smarter referrals for expert reach, and the blockchain ensures encryption and transparency of this medical information with our clients, the clinics, and the patients, while our secondary clients, pharmaceuticals, and biomedical manufacturers benefiting from anonymized data for research and innovation purposes. By the end of 2030, we are targeting the $750 million East Africa digital health market to attain a $110 million opportunity. Unlike our competitors, we are utilizing blockchain for secure records. We are offline capable. Our patients will be empowered through portability of the information, and the clinics, they have interoperable platforms, scalable even in rural areas. We currently earn through clinic subscriptions, and as we scale, we look to unlock our multi-revenue streams. We have successfully seen our pilot from 250 to 1,000 plus patients. They have processed over 50K in terms of their transactions, and the same product has 500 clinics on the waitlist, worth more than $1 million in pipeline value. Our patient prototype is ready for validation, and our partnerships span across growth, technology, clinical, and global ecosystems. With the team, myself, a biomedical engineer, Alvin, a software and blockchain lead, Professor Paul as our advisor from the University of Toronto. Join us to build the future of African healthcare where we exist so that no African family faces preventable losses due to broken systems. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Idlir. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Smart Trust. Like many freelancers, I've actually gone through the stages of freelancer grief, all because of late payments or unpaid bills. Our own CTO, for example, Noak, has actually gone through the same thing. Noak has also been a buyer, which also has gone through unmet expectations. 72% of freelancers are not paid on time. 64% of freelancers are not getting paid at all, which means that millions of freelancers go through and waste their time or spend their time chasing late payments or unpaid bills. Our solution is very simple, a user-friendly platform to manage work from contract creation to escrow payments for online freelancers and, of course, buyers. Why are we doing this now? The reasons are many, but what is important is that there's a high demand for flexible and specialized talent. The process is very simple. We create the contract, we secure the funds, and of course, the funds are released within seconds where both parties agree that the work has been completed, which is actually very exciting. How are we doing this? What is our underlying magic? We use AI and smart contracts to actually guide this process, build trust, of course, and lower costs. The benefits are key: predictable cash flow, transparency, and of course, simple and fast resolution in case of disputes. The market size is actually quite large, and we're very excited about it. The global freelance and gig economy is actually growing on a yearly basis. The business model: fees are based on the contract value. The higher the contract value, the lower the percentage fee, which is actually a huge incentive for freelancers and buyers to use Smart Trust. This is something we're very proud of, the roadmap. In 2025, we launched our MVP, and we're actually currently in the alpha testing phase. In 2026, we're very excited because we're going to be launching on chain the beta version, also incorporating it with the fiat payments. Our competition is unique. However, we are also unique because we're offering easy and a faster way to actually resolve disputes. Our team, for the past 2 years, I've actually been studying freelancer issues through qualitative and quantitative studies. Noak is a CTO and has many years as an IT strategist and is a Web3 expert. Combined together, our skill sets enable us to actually execute fast, pivot where needed, at the same time serving the target market. We're very excited actually to be created in the future of work. And of course, remember that freelancing is for fee and not for free. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Roy Njoka, and I'm the CEO of Terra Lima, where we're building the Alibaba for African smallholder farmers. Now, the problem we're solving is that although smallholder farmers in Africa produce some of the highest quality commodities in the world, so if you think about tea, coffee, cocoa, or even cashew nuts, they remain some of the poorest farmers on the planet. Now, the reason behind this is that they lack digital identities, access to financial inclusion, as well as direct access to global markets. International buyers, on the other hand, would also prefer to source these commodities directly from the farmers. However, they are hindered by the opaque supply chains, the inability to trace raw materials, and the lack of access to the data they need to meet their sustainability goals. And so that's why we built Terra Lima, which is a Web3 platform that enables sustainable sourcing of commodities from African smallholder farmers. Now, the platform gives international buyers access to transparent supply chain, traceable commodities, and the data they would need to meet their ESG and compliance goals. On the other hand, smallholder farmers get access to digital farmer profiles, digital financial services such as loans and insurance, and a transparent and fair marketplace. A great example of the impact we have been able to achieve is told through the story of Giraffe Bioenergy, a cassava processor that aggregates cassava from smallholder farmers in Kenya. These farmers actually did not have any government-issued IDs, and so we were able to issue them digital identities through our platform. We're also able to deliver essential digital financial services through our farmers' wallets. Giraffe Bioenergy was able to achieve farm-to-market traceability while ensuring fair pricing for their farmers through our platform. So now we're looking to leverage the Cardano system to further enhance the solution through smart contracts for the aggregation platform, as well as a stablecoin wallet for the farmers. This, we believe, will further reduce their costs, while also increase access to essential digital financial services for these farmers. We've made great progress since we launched, with key partnerships across farm organizations and formal financial service providers such as Diamond Trust Bank. Our solution is also live within 5 commodity aggregators and 15,000 farmers. Our business model is simple. We make our money through the SaaS fees we charge for the platform, as well as transaction fees for the digital financial services. In the near future, we'll also be able to make commissions off the trades done directly on the platform. We're now looking at a huge and growing African agricultural services market, but our immediate focus is on the export commodities coming out of East Africa. Our edge lies in our blockchain-powered traceability solution, as well as a low-cost financial services platform for farmers. Now, we're a team of second-time founders and builders who've previously built and exited a fintech startup and are now putting our efforts towards solving the access to market problem for smallholder farmers in Africa. So please join us over a cup of Kenyan tea as we discuss how to deliver on this vision together. Thank you.
Genghis is here to make crypto spending easy. My name is Claudio. I'm the CEO and co-founder. As it is of today, the system is completely broken. From a user perspective, you have to go through multiple steps, then multiple fees, and for the currencies of a world, especially the altcoins, there is no utility. And you know what this means? $1 trillion are not injected into real-world economy. This is why we build a Web3 commerce platform where users have to face no time and no fees, and thanks to Genghis Pay, they find convenience. They can use multiple coins on multiple chains in a single transaction at the checkout, unlocking that utility the altcoins are looking for. And we already accept more than 300 coins on more than 30 chains. We have multiple revenue streams, margin on products, gift cards at the moment, fees from the altcoin integration within JD's Pay, and yields from the asset management. The MVP is live And since July, just a couple of $1,000 spent on advertising have been able to generate more than $45,000 in gross revenue, creating more than 500 on-chain transactions. The CAC is very low, around $20, and the users, they love us. 52% is coming back at least a second time, skyrocketing the lifetime value to $380. But we know we cannot count on advertising only for growth. And so, leveraging Genghis Pay, we do partnership and then co-marketing campaigns with chains and coins. We get users, they get utility. And we are no wondering about this kind of partnership. The first one in December this year with Algorand. But our pipeline is on fire. And let me tell you, we cannot wait to welcome new partners to work with. The market opportunity is already huge. Crypto commerce is worth $2 billion, 450 millions in gift cards only, growing by 35% year on year. We are the right team to execute on this. We worked together for more than 4 years since a previous Web3 venture where I was one of the co-founders. We've been working with big companies like Soprasteria and Boston Consulting Group. And the most important thing, we are our first users. We feel the pain, we speak with them on a daily basis, and we know who they are and what they're looking for. This is the convenience we're building. This is Genghis. Join us to make crypto spending easy. Thank you.
All right, let's give those founders a round of applause. That was a great first group. Fantastic job, everybody. Way to kick us off. Okay, well, next up, it's my pleasure to be able to share with you some awesome things about our program partner. So we've had this incredible partner in Project Catalyst to work with. We're so excited for you to hear from them in just a moment. But Chris and Danny and all the folks at the Cardano community, we wanted to be able to share a little perspective directly from the founders for you. And so the founders have got a few words for you, and then we'll look forward to hearing a little bit more from your end as well.
One thing that I would like to share with the Cardano community regarding our experience with this program is that it has helped us focus tremendously, from the target market to the business model to the market size to communicating what we do well as a team. Has been a tremendous experience. So that focus is being key for us, and then it's actually laid the foundation for future growth and what next steps we need to take for our project.
The ecosystem is big, but we don't want the same people cycling through. We want more builders, engineers who are great at what they do, to enter this space, build real products, and actually scale them. We want fewer stories of Web3 companies folding because they couldn't sell their amazing tech. And I'm grateful for this program.
Having joined this ecosystem of other founders, having had that direct access to the mentors, having participated in the master classes and the workshops, I believe that I can do it. I am now more confident than ever that this is a challenge that I can do. And that's my biggest takeaway from this, is that, yes, it's a challenge, but yes, I can do it.
The level of support, the network you're building, the quality of knowledge and experience you learn and hear every day from your peers, the mentors, the speakers, the MD of the program. It's something you cannot find anywhere else in this industry.
If I could share one thing with the Project Catalyst or Cardano community, I think it would be that your support has been incredibly valuable. And as a result of your support, talented teams of founders from around the world are getting to push their companies forward into directions that maybe they wouldn't have been able to without this, with support that maybe they wouldn't have had, with resources that they wouldn't have had. You guys did awesome, and thank you so much for helping us in backing this and making this all possible for the founders. And I think I speak for everyone in my cohort when I say that we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you so much.
Project Catalyst team, Cardano community, I hope you enjoyed hearing from those founders. That really is from the heart. They know that you've been backing them, supporting them. We've been so thankful to be able to have you guys as an awesome partner for this program. We've had incredible support not only from Project Catalyst, but also members of the Cardano Foundation. We've had members from Project Catalyst and the Cardano Foundation act as mentors for this program, and then also really support the immense support from the Cardano community as a whole. We've had an awesome contact at Project Catalyst in the form of Chris Baird, who's the general manager over at Project Catalyst. And Chris, it's my absolute pleasure, sir, to give you the floor. I'd love for you to share a little bit about Project Catalyst and this program and the journey that we've taken so far. So over to you, Chris.
Yeah, really, really happy to be here, folks. And wow, I wasn't quite expecting that thank you message. And anybody that knows me knows that, whilst there's maybe an eye of the tiger there, it doesn't actually take too much to knock me off my saddle and get me all emotional and choked up. So, I'm going to try and keep this together for you guys. But it does give me a great deal of, motivation and inspiration to hear your pitches. And, I think I also want to thank Techstars, Audra, Prince, Piotr. We got here, man. Like, can you believe it? And all the mentors, and importantly, most importantly, you guys as the founders for showing up. It's nothing without you guys and your commitment and your dedication to the cause, which is to build your businesses and to take advantage of all these opportunities that come your way. So maybe if I was just to sort of reflect back on a few thoughts, the origin story, so to speak. I won't go back too far, but for those of you that are kind of new to the Cardano ecosystem, Catalyst was really born with an idea on how do you do venture acceleration or a blend of acceleration, incubation, and public goods funding in a way that sort of turns the traditional grant model on its head, whereby normally it's just a handful of people that make the decisions on who gets to go past go, right, and get the resources that you need. And Catalyst was born with this idea that, well, maybe those few people that make those decisions don't make the best decisions. What about if we were to turn this over to the power of the many rather than the very few on who gets to decide on how resources are spent towards causes and ecosystems that you care about? And so Catalyst humbly started 5 years ago. And we're now one of the largest decentralized innovation funds on the planet. And we funded more than 2,200 projects to date, to the tune of, give or take, around about $200 million worth of ADA, Cardano's native cryptocurrency, allocated for project funding. And would you believe it, nearly 90% of all the projects that get funded meet their goals, they deliver on their commitments and their intentions, and they do this with all fully verified proof of achievement and milestone delivery evidence. So, that's what Catalyst was about. But really, with this program, we started from a point of Cardano up until a couple of years ago, and very few VCs, and that was really why Catalyst was started in the first place, right? Like, how can we fund an ecosystem if there aren't a plethora of investors available? So, the goal with this program really was to, with Catalyst evolving, create a magnet that would allow investors to be attracted, industry titans to come to the table, and builders alike to be able to grow beyond Catalyst and evolve this ecosystem. And, would you believe it, on our first endeavor to kind of create this magnet of attraction, we were thrilled when Techstars, as well as a number of other tier one top industry accelerators, decided to put their hats into the ring. And we were even more delighted when the Cardano community approved for the project to go forward and for this Founders Catalyst program to come to life. And so, yeah, it's really been a collaboration between so many different people, not just obviously Techstars, you guys, the mentors, and everybody, but, to some degree, every single voter that decided to cast a vote. And, I do have to give a special thanks to Cardano Foundation, my colleague Danny, in the Catalyst team for playing a really valuable role as mentors. And boy, these 3 months have just flown by. So I think, it just leaves me to sort of say that, I hope that this has really empowered you guys as founders and your teams. You've been able to get a lot more than you bargained for. And, that sort of lands in the ideas of sort of critical mentorship, guidance on how to tackle some of those hardest questions that you face at the point you're at right now. Knowing what questions to answer right now and which questions should be left for another time. And I'm delighted to have seen the preparation really as proof in the pudding for the pictures that we've seen so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of them. I hope that you've made the most of this really important springboard to turn your bold ideas into real world impact. And finally, just to all of you graduating from this first cohort, I'd like to again personally thank you. And thank you on behalf of Catalyst and the Cardano community for participating, pushing your ideas forward, and being the bold, bright lights that you stand to be in the future. So we wish you all the best of luck on your next endeavors, and we hope that you take some great leaps forward very soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. Founders, I hope you listened to that. And again, thank you so much to Project Catalyst, to the entire Cardano community. Program wouldn't exist without you. And so we're so thankful that we've been able to collaborate with you and come alongside these founders to be able to support them in this way. All right, let's get to that second group of pitches. Here we go.
I'm Charles Stumpf, co-founder and CEO of Synthwave. I want to start by asking you a question. What would you do with an extra $30,000? I'm sure a few things came to mind. If you had invested just 5% of the average American salary in Bitcoin over the past 3 years, you'd have $30,000 more than if you had just put it in a savings account. So why aren't more people doing this? Crypto can be scary. There are scams, hacks, taxes. Lose a private key or mistype a single digit, and your money's gone forever. This fear keeps everyday people from participating. They're curious, maybe even excited, but they stay stuck on the sidelines. Crypto can be scary, but it doesn't have to be. The average person doesn't need another wallet or exchange. What they need is trust, and there's no more trusted financial transaction than a paycheck. That's why we built Synthwave. We integrate with over 200 payroll platforms like Gusto, Rippling, and Workday, so employees can automatically allocate a portion of their paycheck into digital assets like Bitcoin or Cardano. No wallets, no exchanges, no technical headaches, just like setting up direct deposit. Synthwave makes crypto as easy and safe as getting paid. The opportunity is massive. Over $10.5 trillion in payroll runs through U.S. companies every year. We're starting with recently funded mid-sized tech startups, a $212 million beachhead market, and scaling from there toward a $157 billion opportunity. And the time is now. Assets are being tokenized, regulations are maturing, and global demand for crypto access is rising. The next billion users won't just invest in crypto, they'll get paid in it. Synthwave is how they do that, safely and effortlessly.
We generate revenue through small percentage fees on crypto and fiat conversions, and in later phases, through assets under management on our institutional custody product, setup fees, and staking yields. Our MVP is nearly complete, and we're preparing for beta launch at the end of this month. We already have beta customers and early adopters ready to onboard, and our waitlist is growing. We've been recognized by industry insiders, featured in the press, and have been finalists in pitch competitions, all validating both the need and the momentum behind what we're building. Our team combines deep fintech, payroll, and crypto experience. I've sold HR and payroll solutions for over 8 years, and Joe, our CTO, has worked at Anchorage Digital and taught blockchain at Stanford. We've also been key figures in a 9-figure exit, so we know how to execute. Synthwave turns crypto from something intimidating into something as simple as getting paid on Friday. At Synthwave, we're building the future of employee compensation. Join us as we reimagine payday. Simpler, smarter, and truly yours.
I'm Obasi Francis. I'm the CEO of QuickPick. At QuickPick, we help users schedule and automate bill payments. A while ago, a hospital visit for a family member became 4 times more expensive because I forgot to renew our insurance. That moment reflects what 400 million adults face every month in Africa. In fact, our research shows that these 400 million consumers struggle to pay their bills every month because current payment systems are slow, unreliable, and mostly manual, causing a $14 billion loss annually to both the businesses and the consumers. So to solve the problem, we developed QuickPick, the smart wallet app that lets users schedule and automate bill payments such as electricity, data, insurance, rent, and more. With our app, users are able to save time, avoid penalties, stay organized, and pay with any currency securely and on time. As Africa's digital payments reach $300 billion, QuickPick is positioned to capture the shift towards smarter and automated transactions. To use QuickPick, a user creates an account, fund their wallet, select a biller, set payment schedule, and QuickPick automatically handle future payments securely and on time. We make money from subscription and transaction fees. As transactions grow, revenue compound through biller commissions, FX margins, and withdrawal fees. Our go-to-market strategy allows us to focus on one key metric per phase, validate results, and scale only when the numbers prove it. QuickPick is the first African wallet to combine scheduling and automated billing with multi-currency support. In less than 5 months, we've processed over 3,200 payments, generated $500,000 in GTV, and 90% of our surveyed users prefer to use QuickPick for payments. Some of our partners are leading foundations and payment companies in Africa, supporting our journey from day one. Philip, Paul, Isay, and I are the team behind QuickPick. Together, we bring expertise in engineering, design, business operations, and have built products for African consumers before. Our blend of skills and experience makes us the right team to automate payments for African consumers. If you have experienced failed or delayed bill payments like I have, join us as we build QuickPick for automatic and seamless payment so no one has to suffer over a missed payment again. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Manuel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of TechBase. And our mission is to stop counterfeits and empower brands. Counterfeits are a $500 billion global problem, but the real cost is lost trust. And we bring it back with proof of authenticity and ownership. Because authentication today is outdated, easy to fake, and disconnected from ownership. Web3 can prove digital ownership, but it can't confirm whether the physical item behind it is real. So the physical and digital worlds remain disconnected. There's no trusted bridge that links real products to their digital counterparts. And TagBase uses tamper-proof NFC tags to link physical products with their digital identities, proving both authenticity and ownership, so that the customers instantly know what's real. And how does it work? It's very simple. We're creating digital identities for each NFC tag. Brands tag their products, and the consumer simply taps the tag to verify instantly in the browser. So our solution works without a dedicated mobile app. But if our customers, the brands, already have an existing mobile app for their customers, our solution can be integrated quite easily. We have a B2B business model. That means brands pay us a one-time setup fee for each tag and optionally for each blockchain token, with volume-based tier pricing, of course. The market is quite crowded, but we stand out because our solution is the only one combining browser-based access with a two-stage verification process, making our tags truly uncopyable, and we are already working with a patent lawyer to secure this process. Last year, we were nominated for the Austrian Blockchain Award, and we were already part of the Battle of the Builders event at the Cardano Summit in Dubai. We launched our MVP this year and built the machine for tag configuration. We have 3 paid pilot projects using TagBase for product authenticity. And we will finish our bridge for blockchain verified ownership early 2026. And having proof of ownership is especially interesting in the luxury industry. We will start with 3 luxury brands, and after that, we will scale to over 15 paying luxury brands, and then we will expand beyond luxury brands into premium beverages, art, and so on. So to areas where authenticity and traceability are equally critical. And who are we? My name is Manuel Mertel. I'm the CEO and co-founder. I founded a premium wine brand and an IT service company before, and I have 5+ years of blockchain startup experience in Vienna, London, and Zurich. My co-founder and CTO, Mario Uha, sold his last startup, Yol.io, a cloud-based business phone solution, to a company called Prevo. And Dr. Felix Exner, our CEO and co-founder, is a legal expert with fundraising experience. And additionally, we're supported by Silicon Valley advisors with proven track records. TagBase brings trust to consumers and turns every verification process into valuable business intelligence for brands. Thank you.
At Wings.fun, we turn tweets into apps that people can use without any middleware or extensions. Crypto lives on Twitter. Over 120 million active crypto users hang out there daily, trading, debating, and discovering new projects. But here's a catch. You can like, retweet, and comment, yet you can't do anything on-chain in Twitter. For example, you can't mint, vote, tip, or transact without leaving X. And that is the gap which Wings solves. We started with X, but we are already integrating with Discord and Telegram as well. So this way we will meet users where they are. In the case of Twitter, Wings are apps which enable anyone to perform on-chain actions directly inside a tweet. Imagine this. You can buy a meme coin, you can play a round of poker, you can whitelist yourself for the next big airdrop. All of this from a tweet without leaving Twitter, without going to a different tab, without opening a new tab, without experiencing any friction whatsoever. This Web3 adoption, we are enabling it through familiar behavior, which is by making it available on social media. Let's see a quick demo here. Normally, when you post a URL in Twitter, it appears as a link preview. And when you click on the preview, you're taken outside Twitter. But with the Wink, the preview itself becomes the application. As you're seeing here, you can see several more examples of live Winks on our Twitter page. Winks are live today across multiple campaigns, which range from on-chain lotteries to prediction markets to marketing activations, influencer referral programs, and on-chain games. Several teams such as Starknet, Monad, 10 are already using Winks to boost engagement and to boost conversions, not by changing how users behave or by bringing them to somewhere new, but by actually showing up where the users already are. We have earned over $450,000 in revenue. Our customers pay us for custom Wink development for our freemium SDK, and we're also launching a no-code Wink builder that enables anyone to create and publish a Wink using templates without writing any code. This is very similar to how you can make websites on Squarespace and Wix.com. We are a small team, but with a lot of execution behind us. I have spent over 10 years selling B2B SaaS products to enterprises and startups. My co-founder, Ayan Wali, is an ex-Fidelity engineer with 15 plus years of software development and engineering experience. Ayan and I have known each other since the last 11 years. We were both classmates at the Rochester Institute of Technology. We have shipped together before, and now we are applying that same chemistry and precision to Wings. Once again, I'm Atharva. We are Wings.fun, and we are making Web3 social for real. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Rafaela, the CEO and the co-founder of the Chain Academy. And this is Jacinto. Jacinto is a tech entrepreneur from the 90s, and his business is really dependent on the dev team. It took him months to find a good candidate that was good on paper, but after a while, he noticed that was not as good as he thought. So because of multiple bad hires like that, he had to close down his business. And this is an old problem, but AI is just amplifying it, flooding the market with even more AI generated CVs. And on the other side, the AI screening bots. So trust is broken on both sides. Chain Academy helps replacing all these old CV screening for engineers and developers because they leave digital fingerprints everywhere. Contributions, hackathons, community activity, communication pattern, and also consistency. But the recruiters, they don't have the time or the tool to actually analyze them. So we help verifying all of this, the online digital portfolio, technical proof of work, then soft skill signals, and online reputation. And then we store all of these validated skills in an immutable ledger called the blockchain. It's not automation replacing humans, but actually proof of work helping to make better decisions, giving superpowers to hiring managers and recruiters. And despite AI is replacing developers and engineers, the market is just growing, especially for emerging techs like AI and Web3. We have launched our MVP already, and we started piloting with HR managers and recruiters. And we have a subscription plan for B2B and also B2C. We are helping to cut through all this noise, see developers' real work through online behavior, and measure the credibility instead of the keywords and take-home tasks that our competitors they do. And in addition, we also help developers with a career pathway to prove and validate their skills. Jacinto is actually my father, and I really don't want to see other businesses struggling to find the best talent for them again. And also, me and my co-founder, we have for more than 40 years experience in tech, living the pain from both sides of the hiring process. We have opened the platform for the talents, so we have 700 users that are testing and validating their skills right now, but we are focusing on the B2B side, partnering with Greenhouse and UK Innovation Government. So if you want to chat more about rebuilding trust in tech hiring, just scan the QR code and just book a call with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Jingles, founder of UThanksOS. After 4 years onboarding thousands of developers to build on Cardano, I realized something everyone's struggling. Distribution is hard because onboarding is broken. Developers spend months getting to MVP, only to lose users in seconds because of wallet setup and network fees. Adoption stalls not because the product is weak or the blockchain is unusable, but because onboarding flow is broken. If the users can't onboard, they can never convert. Our product, UTXOS, is for teams who need to launch on Bitcoin and Cardano and convert these users without friction. We help you get from idea to production in weeks and onboard users in seconds. With UTXOS, your Web3 app feels like a normal app. You focus on your product, we make blockchain invisible for your users. Bitcoin and Cardano represents a 2 trillion untapped market. Yet adoption is stuck behind bad user experience. Our solution unlocks this 2 trillion market by giving apps a familiar UX. Our business model runs a hybrid model. Teams choose subscription tiers, and when they exceed usage, they pay as they grow. We are also launching referrals. For every 12 months subscription, gives the referral 1 month free. We have launched since August. So far, we have over 100 projects who have signed up and using our platform, with more than 1,000 users and approximate 4,000 MMR. Both businesses and end users love our products. They talk about it on social, and they help to recommend it to other projects who are looking for a solution like ours. Our solution has been implemented and already providing value, from big blockchain events such as Token 2049 or football fans getting the football fans onto Cardano through FC Barcelona. Across these projects, the story is the same, enabling faster onboarding and fewer drop-off. Our team is made up of builders who have deep UTXO expertise and the ability to bring product to market. So connect with me on Twitter, and if you are a builder, head to our website and start building. Let's bring your users on-chain the right way. Thank you.
All right, great job, founders. Well done. Some great work in there, some great traction. Thanks for sharing your pitches with us. Okay, so next up, I have some important folks to thank. We're going to talk about our speakers and our mentors now. They play such an integral role into our program. Over the course of this program, the founders have had access to 15 different sessions, 12 masterclasses, and 3 workshops. Everything from customer discovery, product market fit, marketing for Web3, preparing for your pitch, financial modeling. We also had some great guests do fireside chats with us. We had SEC Commissioner and Head of the Crypto Task Force, Hester Peirce, come join us. And then Techstars alumni, Jonathan Levin, who's the co-founder and now CEO of Chain Analysis, join us. And then, of course, our friends at Project Catalyst came to present and share their awesome journey with us, as well as a member of the team from Midnight to let us know what they've got going on. So across the board, these sessions have been taught and shared by these amazing individuals. And so we want to give them a round of applause and thank these speakers so much for their time and energy and insight. We're so thankful for each and every one of them. And so thank you, speakers, for your amazing contribution to the program. Next up, we've got our mentors. And as the slide says, I'll warn you that they don't all fit on one slide. They're across 3 slides, so I'm going to slowly scroll through as I continue talking about how awesome that they've been, because it's really important to be able to celebrate each and every one of them. I want you to see their faces and their names. Our mentors have been absolutely incredible. Each of these individuals has committed to giving up to 2 hours of their time per week to meet with founders. They span a variety of different areas of expertise and insight, everything from subject matter experts to business generalists to former founders and current founders who've seen success and just want to pour back in. Each of these folks has brought expertise in marketing, in sales, in product build, in cybersecurity, and all different kinds of expert level education and resources for our founders. And so I know I'm not alone in wanting to give all of these folks a huge round of applause and a big thank you. And once again, don't take my word on it. Would love to share a little bit from the founders on our master classes and our mentors.
All right, so the master classes, twice a week, essentially the bread and butter of the program, and we got a ton out of them. What I really appreciated was that they were interactive. For the most part, they weren't just a lecture. You were actually getting to ask questions, bounce ideas. In a lot of cases, there were actually interactive portions as well. So I think we gained a ton from that.
I think the entire masterclass is awesome. The experience, the knowledge, the insights for the whole of the 12 classes I attended is something that we really needed. I really needed them.
There was not a single session we walked out without feeling to have learned so much level and the knowledge and the experience of the speakers and teachers we've been exposed to. It's out of any league. It's another word.
How the mentorships have helped us. So the first questions that mentors ask is, how can I help you? How can I be of help? And they always mean it. We have multiple mentors, asking questions around like how we're building. And as humans, we have like only 4 limbs, but this program gave me tentacles.
The mentors are seasoned veterans with years of experience as founders, and they could not be more generous with their time, and they're very patient and are very good at giving constructive feedback while staying encouraging.
If I had to rank, like definitely first thing would be mentors, and it kind of live it up to the expectations. I'm not surprised why Techstars has the name that it has. Is like the network, the mentors, they are really top level, I would say. Yeah, my only feedback is like it's so many good mentors that it's hard to like choose one, and I have FOMO, so I was trying to book all of them before the end of the program.
The willingness of the mentors to actually see you succeed, like they are so intentional. They are like, we are for you pretty much. And it's beautiful to meet people who do not know you from anywhere, who are just very passionate about your business and want to see you succeed as much as you want to see yourself succeed. They are rooting for you, they are supporting you, and they are helping you figure like difficult questions, difficult next steps out. And yeah, the mentors were incredible.
All right. So thank you again to all of our speakers and mentors. They really mean it. The founders are so thankful for each and every one of you. And so thank you for giving of your time and your insight and your expertise. These programs wouldn't be nearly as strong without you. And so we're just so thankful for your participation. And I just saw that Ian dropped in the chat that some of the mentors are available after the program ends if you ask nicely. So might want to take a couple of them up on that to continue the relationships. We'd love to see those continue down the road, however you guys see fit. All right, time has come. Let's hit that third group of pitches and bring this on home.
Hi everyone, I'm Tony, the co-founder of Rentity. We created a marketplace for tokenized private credit to power what we call Real Estate 3.0. Real estate is extremely slow and expensive. Most assets are liquid and only the top banks, REITs, and institutions get access to the best investment opportunities. Everything related to real estate is in the trillions of dollars, but it's still slow and stuck in the past. There is over $4 trillion in annualized rent payment volume and $300 trillion in global real estate value. Our team brings together operators that have built and scaled real estate businesses combined with deep Web3 experience. We know how real estate operates and we know how to put it on chain. We are merging DeFi liquidity with real estate private credit to fund real estate bonds and loans in the real world. We are building the marketplace to enable real estate developers and owners to access liquid, flexible, and fast financing solutions to keep projects moving. At the top of the stack, stablecoin payments moves real estate to the next level of capital efficiency. Tokenization unlocks access for everyone globally to invest in real estate 24/7. ZK tools and AI allows us to underwrite, perform due diligence at lightning speed. DeFi and rewards creates a new monetization layer and incentive layer for all. Tokenized future cash flows is a tokenized rent-backed bond, allowing property owners to get capital upfront by selling their future rental cash flow at a discounted rate. This unlocks new liquidity from long-term rental portfolios without giving up equity. Stablecoin treasury unlocks a new ways to earn yield and from idle and float capital, such as security deposits, reserve funds, and distributions. We created a new source of private credit through DeFi liquidity for mezzanine, bridge, construction, and land loans, all secured by off-chain covenants and contracts. Our rewards token rent enables all participants to benefit from real estate. A previously one-sided system now becomes fully inclusive for tenants, investors, and owners. Our revenue model consists of transaction, yield share, subscription, and redemption fees. We've already proven our model with over 495 properties signed up for our pilot program. We have over $12 million in real estate-backed assets that can return up to 12% APY. We are working on with some of the large real estate developers with over 40,000 unit portfolios to create a new source of liquidity for the market. And that's just the start. Just like how fintech transformed finance, Rentity is transforming real estate by merging DeFi with private credit to create real estate 3.0.
Hi, I'm Rafael, co-founder and CEO of Genwealth. Crypto inheritance does not work, and Genwealth is here to solve it. Imagine having a great wealth you can't assess. This is what happened to Stefan Thomas. He lost his seed phrase, and with it, $700 million in Bitcoin. The frustration was huge. It's bad enough losing crypto, but imagine not being able to leave that wealth to your family after you're gone. Unfortunately, this is common. Up to 20% of all supply of Bitcoin has been lost forever because there is no secure way to recover or leave crypto as inheritance without putting it at risk. This is concerning if we take into account that in the next 20 years, $6 trillion in crypto assets will be inherited, and we have no reliable solutions to ensure this money won't be lost. This is why we're building Genwealth, a crypto inheritance and recovery, the app that leverages smart contracts to empower you to create rules for inheritance and a plan B for your crypto. With our technology, you keep full control over your assets, and you create a blockchain will where your beneficiaries can easily claim their share of the inheritance. You can even set up safety wallets to recover your crypto if you lose access to your seed phrase. Our technology is flexible, updatable, and provides you peace of mind, and our smart contracts guarantee safety and immutability. Our competitors rely on very technical hardware, complex and limiting encryption, or intermediaries you have to trust. We don't. Genwealth is the only non-custodial solution that is compliant with inheritance law. And while our competition can only tackle the problem in Web3, we are using smart contracts and bringing this inheritance technology and its benefits into the real world. We've launched a closed testnet with crypto users and inheritance firms who are helping us shape our technology into a software for professionals to manage real-world inheritances more efficiently. The impact is massive. 84 trillion will be inherited over the next 20 years, and we can make that process faster and cheaper. We charge a 1% fee, much lower than the 3 to 10% costs in the industry, and just getting a small share of crypto inheritance flows provides us a solid 90 million revenue. Our team brings previous inheritance industry experience with an online will creation app and partnerships with professionals, plus deep blockchain expertise with 2 protocols launched on mainnet. We don't want you to suffer like Stefan Thomas. We don't want your family to live with the fear of losing their hard-earned assets due to waste, inefficiency, or technological limitations. And if you don't want that either, join us in making inheritance easy and help us by testing our DApp.
Good day, everyone. My name is Timothy Adekola, and I'm a co-founder of Telex. Now, let me take you down to Nigeria. Our friend Larry owns a tech shop. He's unable to accept crypto because there are no easy, simple, scalable models for him to accept crypto without getting scammed. This is a problem faced by over 20 million businesses across Africa. Even the ones who have access to methods don't have scalable models, and they still lose over 18% of their purchasing power to inflation. This is the problem that we're solving at Telex. At Telex, with our point of sale device, merchants can easily accept crypto as easy and scalable as possible. One merchant can have 10 to 20 or even 2 POS devices and set it across multiple locations. They're also able to move their fiat to stable coins to hedge against inflation and get benefit from on-chain transactions as well. This is instant, simple, and fast. Now, the market is big. In Africa, the market is valued over $10.5 trillion. And at Telex, in the next 5 years, we plan to capture $1 billion of this market. Now, the current way we make money. Currently, we make money from transaction fees, taking a cut on every transaction, sales of our POS device, and partnership with brand and industry leaders who also want to accept crypto in Nigeria. Also, future ways we're also going to make money are through staking of assets on chain and also API integration with business. Now, in the last 4 months, we have been able to get over 140 businesses to sign our LOIs. We have 2,500 users in our waitlist, and we have been able to process over $50,000 in transactions. Now, currently in our roadmap, we're in beta test, but by Q1 of 2026, we're going to have our POS in 10 to 20 stores live doing transactions. And from there, we're going to iterate and develop to make sure that we get the need of our merchants and we have a scalable model, which we do at Telex. Now, our backers are industry experts, and we have also partnered with banks, liquidity providers, and infrastructure lead compliance to make sure that Telex has the right and scalable infrastructure. Our backers also believe in us and our vision as well to make crypto simple and easy for businesses to use in Africa. Now, Samuel is a CEO and has over 7 years of experience in the blockchain. I, Timothy, have processed over $4 million in transactions as a payment processor. And our special advisor, Alex Uti, is a serial entrepreneur guiding us along this process with over 3 exits valuing over $10 million. Now, by joining us at Telex, we're empowering over 20 million businesses across the African market to be able to accept crypto easy and as scalable as possible. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Peyton, and today we're going to be talking about Atrium. And on Cardano, there is actually $15 billion worth of ADA staked. Cardano is one of the top 10 blockchains in crypto. And what you do is you take that ADA and you stake it to a stake pool. And for doing so, you start to earn rewards. And 80 million ADA is actually staked to retired pools. So these pools are no longer earning rewards. The users that delegated to them, they're no longer earning rewards. And this is one of the core issues of blockchain, and it really highlights this. Blockchain's confusing. And at Atrium, our goal is to make it simple, make it fun, make it rewarding, and make it user-friendly. And one of our products, Staking Baskets, solves this very problem. Instead of just staking to one pool that can go down, you can stop losing your rewards, you can actually delegate to 50 of these different stake pools at the same time. So if one of them goes down, you still have 49 other all earning rewards. And our first staking basket is called Diffusion. As I mentioned, it delegates to 50 different of these different pools at the same time, and you're earning your ADA rewards, You're getting additional tokens on top of your ADA rewards, so you're actually getting more. And then it's also a set and forget. You don't have to come back in. You don't have to check every couple weeks to make sure that you're still earning rewards because you have 50 different operators maintaining that. This also supports smaller stake pools. One of the big benefits of blockchain is decentralization. So when you support the little guys, that's more people actually running the network as a whole. So you're not only earning rewards, you're also supporting the network. And Diffusion's only the first staking basket. It's live right now on the Cardano blockchain. It has 745,000 ADA in it right now in TVL. We've had over 1,800 users on our platform and over 4,000 on-chain transactions. And I mentioned that Diffusion's only the first staking basket. In the future, we're going to be launching more baskets that support different pools and also pay out different reward tokens. And this is just one of the products at Atrium Lab. We're a full stack development agency that can build smart contracts. We can design the front end. We can also do the back end and front end development. These are our founders here. My name is Peyton. I've ran this company for about 3 years now. I've had multiple other successful companies in the industry. Brian, he's our CTO. He's got over 12 years of experience in front end and back end development. And our creative director, Ben, has over 10 years experience in design and making websites user friendly and look good. And this is, we also have, back end development, communications expert, and as I mentioned, smart contracts. So that's our team at Atrium. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye-bye.
If you're like me, then every once in a while you've been lucky enough to be on a great team. One where you're delivering results and feeling that chemistry, pushing each other to do better and trusting each other to take risks. It doesn't always work out, and we all know that hiring the wrong people is an expensive waste of time. So, in a world where flexible work arrangements and distributed networks are changing the ways we all collaborate, how can we most reliably build great teams? We have to reduce risk in the hiring process. And crucially, we have to do it for both teams and for contributors. Let me show you. Trial-based hiring systems reduce HR costs by 60%. This is a $220 billion global market that's growing at nearly 15% annually. Create a project. Show people how to contribute. Skip the resumes and interviews and let people try working together. This is a great deal for organizations, but there's one problem holding this market back. It's called the talent paradox. The best contributors, the ones teams really want, won't participate in trial-based hiring because they think they're taking on all the risk. So we reduce risk for contributors too. They earn credentials for what they've learned and how they've contributed, building a portable professional identity that they can carry across projects. When it works out, teams are already built and trust is established. And when it doesn't, teams still got work done and contributors hold the keys to new opportunities. This is also how you keep great teams together, by giving autonomy to contributors so they can do their best work, along with connection to a global network of partners they need. And great teams are taking notice. Syngenta, FC Barcelona, and open source Cardano developers, all very different contexts, but it's the same underlying pattern: flexible teams, building trust through real collaboration. Our founding team was built this way. We're a diverse group of experts from the software, hospitality, education, and legal industries. We met as collaborators on smaller projects in the Cardano ecosystem, and now we've built Andamio. It's a platform for building great teams, and it's easy to integrate with existing systems. Anyone can use Andamio APIs to build on Web3 via convenient patterns that devs already understand. Our revenue is from API subscription fees and on-chain transaction fees. Andamio is scaffolding for a new network of apps that help more people work on great teams. If you're building great teams, Let's talk.
Hello, I'm Tudor, CEO of Wineopsis. We're building a subscription-based ERP command center for modern wineries. It replaces paper and spreadsheets, streamlining winemaking from grape to bottle in one connected, compliant system. Today, most wineries still run operations with notebooks, Excel, and disconnected tools. There's no real-time view across the vineyard and cellar. Compliance reports take days, regulation and competition are rising, so this wasted time and margin is no longer sustainable. Wineopsis connects vineyard production, cellar and sales in one single system. Every event from grape intake to bottling becomes a structured record. This gives wineries real-time visibility, automation, and a tamper-proof audit trail. Every vineyard block and tank becomes an object in the system. Field work, lab results, and movements are captured on mobile or desktop and linked along the chain. Winemakers track inventory, plan bottling, and generate reports from one single dashboard, like moving from paper maps to Google Maps for winemaking. Global wine is a 500 billion euro industry, and around 80% of wineries are still under-digitalized. International sustainability and traceability rules tighten every year, so wineries will need Wineopsis to stay competitive and compliant. Our first adoption wave is Moldova and Romania, where we have producer relationships. Wineopsis is sold as an annual ERP subscription, tiered by winery size and number of users. We add revenue through optional integrations with accounting, IoT sensors networks, and local compliance registries. Each client will receive guided onboarding and support to fully digitize operations. Early validation is underway. We're advancing 2 R&D projects supported by Project Catalyst and have signed pilot agreements with 1 large and 1 small winery. We co-hosted an OIV Congress side event with the Cardano Foundation and 124 wine industry attendees, confirming both the problem and our approach. Wineopsis was built with wineries, not just for them. We co-designed workflows with producers, so the system fits real cellar work. Compliance, traceability, and the audit trail are built in from day one. Our local market is a sandbox before we scale across Europe. Our team combines half a century of entrepreneurship, enterprise, FMCG, and software experience. Wineopsis is modern winemaking simplified. We help wineries work smarter, stay compliant, and build traceable products from field to bottle. And we're scaling our product to become the default operating system for wineries.
All right, well done, founders. Let's give all these amazing companies a big round of applause. Great job with your pitches. Thank you for sharing all of your innovative ideas, your projects, your builds. And from looking at the comment section, it looks like a lot of people are really excited about interacting with you and cheering you on. So great job again. Well done. So one of the next steps here is that, as I mentioned at the top of the program, this is a pre-accelerator program. Founder Catalyst is a pre-accelerator program. And one of our potential goals is to be able to level up companies and hopefully get to them to a place where they might be a good applicant for our accelerator programs. As I mentioned, we run 25 of those across the globe over a year. And so I'm proud to announce that 12 of our cohort companies have applied for our Techstars Accelerator. That application process is happening now. The applications have closed, but those teams are going through those applications. And so unfortunately, those founders are sitting waiting to hear back. Some of them have started already with the interview process. So founders, be patient. I know it's hard to wait. We wish you the best of luck in this process with your accelerator applications. Whatever the result, however, We're super proud of everything you've accomplished in this program, and we can't wait to continue the relationship between you and Techstars. All right, so one last note here for everybody on the program today. Stay connected with these founders. You can make a big impact in their life. Follow them on social media, comment, like, share. For those of you who have been mentors throughout the program, feel free to continue meeting with these companies. For those of you who took some interest potentially in one of the companies today, feel free to reach out and say, hey, I'd love to connect. You might have an introduction for them, somebody that they could interview as a possible customer discovery interview, someone that might be a partnership down the road. So interact with all these founders, support them in the best way that you can. I know that there's a possibility that we also might have some friends and family on the call today. And so to the friends and family who have supported these founders, you're doing a great job supporting them already. Thank you for supporting them through late nights and extra work and putting their heads down to get things built and out into the world. And so for everyone here on the call, I would encourage you to find one way that you can come alongside these founders, continue to support them, continue to encourage them. All right. And on that note, thank you so much for attending today. We really appreciate having all of you as our amazing guests and being able to share these companies with you. And without any other further ado, I present to you the 2025 Techstars and Cardano Founder Catalyst cohort. Congratulations, founders. We're insanely proud of you and look forward to seeing what you're going to continue to build as you're out there in the world. So great job, everybody.